And here is the Writer's Almanac for Tuesday. It's the 16th of February, 2021. It was on this date, 1778, John Adams prepared to set sail to France. He was going over to convince the French government to lend its aid to the American Revolution. He was there to replace an ambassador named Silas Deane, who was suspected of trying to profit personally from trade negotiations and also of passing inside information to the British. So John Adams went. He took his 10-year-old son, John Quincy Adams, on the trip. The ship ran into bad weather. On the journey, the mainmast was struck by lightning. Some men were injured. One was killed, but eventually the Adamses arrived in France safe and sound about 6 weeks later. It's the birthday of the printer Giambattista Bodoni, born in Saluzzo, Italy, 1740, who designed almost 300 typefaces, and his typeface Bodoni, still available on almost any word processing program. It's the birthday of Henry Adams, Boston, 1838, the grandson of John Quincy Adams. He decided he did not want to go into politics, instead became a political journalist and a historian, and then wrote his autobiography, The Education of Henry Adams. It was on this day in the year 600, Pope Gregory the Great declared, "God bless you," to be the correct thing you should say after someone sneezes. It was thought that sneezing was an omen of death. The plague was at its height in Europe, and as the plague spread across Europe, this idea of saying, "God bless you," when people sneeze spread. It survived to this day. Here's a poem for today by Jennifer Meyer, entitled Post Hoc. It happened because he looked a gift horse in the mouth. It happened because he couldn't get that monkey off his back. It happened because she didn't chew 22 times before swallowing. What was she thinking, letting him walk home alone from the bus stop? What was he thinking, standing up in the boat like that? Once she signed those papers, the die was cast. She should have waited an hour before going in. Everyone knows salami and seawater don't mix. He should have checked his parachute a 7th time. You can never be too careful. Why didn't she declare her true feelings? Why didn't she play hard to get? She could be out at some nice restaurant right now instead of in church praying for the strength to let him go. It all started with that tattoo. It all started with her decision to order the chicken salad. Why was he so picky? Why wasn't she more discriminating? He should have read the writing on the wall, listened to the still small voice, had a lick of sense. But how could he when he was blinded by passion, deaf to warnings, really dumb? Why? Why in God's name did he run with scissors? If only they'd asked Jesus for help. If only they'd asked their friends for help. If only they'd ignored the advice of others and held fast to their own convictions, they might all be here now with us, instead of 6 feet under, instead of trying to adopt that foreign baby, instead of warming that bar stool at the road not taken eatery and lounge, wondering how it might all have been different if only they had done the right thing. A poem, Post Hoc, by Jennifer Meyer from Dark Alphabet, published by Southern Illinois University Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac, funded by donations from listeners like you, now available on PRX for distribution by your local radio station. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.